Shopkeeper Deckbuilding 101. I've been asked to do a deck building guide, so I will provide. Put anything into your deck. Profit. Thanks for watching. Okay, but for real, there's very little that doesn't work with Shopkeeper. For example, every spell in the game that goes in a straight line can be used with Shopkeeper because of tax return gravitas, leaving the enemy directly in front of Shopkeeper. Even questionably bad cards like Lux Cannon and Sentry Turret can be used with gravitas to deal damage. While not completely a bad option, I'd recommend not running Poison unless you're running a Toxicross Venoshock ramp deck or Kunai Venoshock, because your only frontal pressure with your weapons is a tax return on the front column, which would require you to be at the back column to do so. You'd require melee spells in order to effectively use Poison, which, in that case, you may as well use Maple or Hazel instead. Besides that, step spells are also less effective on Shopkeeper as compared to other characters, but I wouldn't say they're useless. I haven't experimented too much with step spells because I focus more on the control aspects of Shopkeeper, and I feel like I wouldn't really recommend focusing on Invade Shopkeeper because the most she gets out of Invade is sending the opponent to the back, then bringing them to the front with tax return, which, in that case, you're better off playing Harissa. I'd also recommend not going full Flame Tribal when deck building as Shopkeeper because she has no real way to synergize with Flame as well as other characters do. Though it is fine to run some Flame cards, I don't believe that the heavy payoff cards like Rage and Salamander are worth it. While structures can be strong, it's also not something I recommend running a Structured Tribal deck around because once again, you'd be better off using a different character for Structured Tribal. The main issue set play has is against structures, so make sure you have some way to attack around structures when building a deck, and some way to clear structures as well. For solitary structures, such as against someone who has a Beam Crystal or a single turret, you can use tax return and move out of the way. But against someone like Hazel, with multiple structures on the field, you may need a better card to deal with structures, such as Fire Breath. You should have no issue with back row camping enemies because of your weapons being able to control the back row. And in addition, you don't particularly need cards to punish off angles because once again, Gravitas can punish these off angles for you. Melee spells are also good on Shopkeeper compared to other characters because you'll never have a dead hand being able to pull people to the front to melee them. Fadeaway is pretty much an auto-include card in almost any Shopkeeper deck because of the versatility and the fact it can kill with Gravitas at the healing threshold of 13. The only Shopkeeper decks I'd say you would not want to run Fadeaway is in extremely heavy combo decks, such as the 103 Ultra Angle Exodia deck or the 110 Toxicross Venoshock combo. Aside from Fadeaway, two other cards that are basically Shopkeeper exclusive are Guillotine and Bow Snipe. Both of these can be used on Shopkeeper because in conjunction with Gravitas you can combo into them. Just remember, when building a deck you don't want too many expensive cards. Make sure you have cards that deal somewhat substantial amounts of damage so you can kill at the threshold, and you have ways of dealing with structures. And also have more than one combo starter if you're using any at all. Overall, I would say there's no bad card to be running on Shopkeeper, or any character. It all depends on the deck. But you'll get the most bang for your buck if you look less at flames, structures, and poison. Make sure to have an answer to structures and you're good as gold. Thanks for watching.